Hi guys, so it's Brittany here. I just wanted to bring you a facts about me video, just because I'm new to YouTube and I thought it'd be a good way for you guys to get to know me. So let's get started. Okay, so fact number one is obviously my name is Brittany. I'm not really sure why I was named Brittany. I have been told a couple different things. One, it was just my parents like the name. It's supposed to be an old English / Celt name. I'm not sure exactly, but and then another thing that I had heard was that one of my mom's favorite characters on one of her soap operas that she watched back in the 80s, one of the characters was named Brittany, so she really liked the name and it kind of stuck. So fact number two is I am currently 26 years old. My birthday is in September, so I will soon be 27. I love birthdays. I go all out for people's birthdays. I love celebrating. I love giving them gifts. I love making cakes and cupcakes and everything. So I love birthdays. I am the crazy birthday person. Number three is I am the oldest of two children. I only have a younger sister who's 19 and she's starting college in the fall, which is crazy because it feels like yesterday when she was really little. So we have a bit of an age difference. We're actually 8 years apart. So I spent the first 8 years of my life an only child. So fact number four is I'm actually a teacher. Well, trying to be a teacher. I am in Canada, so it's a little difficult right now, with the recession and the legislation and stuff. But I mean, what can you do? I just kind of keep on going, and so that's what I've been doing. So fact number five is I actually have graduated from post-secondary education 3 times. So you're probably like, what? So I did 2 years of college, and that earned me a diploma in social service work. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want to do this. So, I don't know if I'm, tough enough to handle it, and because it's a lot of, it's hard work. I give props to those people, it's hard work. So I was like, oh, I don't know. And then it actually happened. I was at one of my sister's school functions, because she was still in public school at the time. And I was talking to old teachers that I had and teachers that I did co-op with when I was in high school. And they said to me, they were like, oh, I thought you would have become a teacher. Because I just liked being around kids so much. I was always babysitting. I was always, I worked at a daycare. My neighbor had a private daycare, so I worked there during the summers for a couple years. And, and then so that got me kind of thinking, oh, well, maybe I should be. Because I do, I do like that kind of stuff. So, I liked being around kids and, tutoring and stuff. I did my college placement at a tutoring place. So it kind of got me thinking, and I then went on to university. Came to university here and did a 3-year program to get my Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences, and I majored in psychology. So after that, I was kind of okay, at that point, that my goal was to be a teacher. It was linear, straight ahead, just keep on going. So then after that, I applied to the other university because the university I was at doesn't have a teacher's college. So I went to the other university. I did another year of university and got my degree in education. So now I've been looking for a job. So fact number 6 is I am actually addicted to sweet stuff. I think I have a really big problem. I love to bake. I love it, and I will not pass up dessert. I may have to wait. If I'm at a family dinner and there's so much good food, because that usually happens when I'm at a family dinner, whether it's my family or my husband's family or whatever. I might have to wait, but I will be at that dessert table. There are rare times when I'm not, but, most of the time I am. yeah, I have a really big sweet tooth. I love like cake, cupcakes, everything. Like I love it. And I'm also really addicted to Dr. Pepper. Like I can't pass it up. Like if I see it in a store, like I have to buy it. Like the other day, I was at Costco getting groceries, and I was on the phone with my husband, and I was like, literally, like, oh my gosh, like yes, please, like I have to have that, and it was because I had found this Pepsi party pack that had Dr. Pepper in it, and that never happens, and it also had Mountain Dew in it, which is something that my husband likes, so I was like, oh, like perfect, and then it had like iced tea and lemonade, which is things I like. He doesn't really like them as much, but I was like, this is perfect, so I put it in the cart. Fact number 7. Sorry, I'm reading. I have notes here, so I'm reading them. I'm filming this on my computer because I'm a newbie. So fact number 7 is I am extremely crafty. Like I am constantly doing DIY projects and like doing like all these like other crafty things. I'm known in my group of friends for like being like the DIY like queen. Whenever my friends have questions or like they need help, that's how I know. And like when friends have questions, they're like, oh, how do I do this, or what is this, like why didn't it work or something, like it's me they usually come to. So I mean, you know, I do currently have 2 blogs. I have one called the Crafty Canadian and one called the Britt Report. The Crafty Canadian is obviously strictly crafts and DIY projects, and the Britt Report is everything else. So it's lifestyle and like beauty and shopping hauls, and I don't think I have book reviews, but I want to start doing book reviews on there. So like look out for those. I'll have the links and stuff linked down in like the info box area. Fact number 8 is I got married May 3rd, 2014, as you guys may have known because I mentioned my husband already, but I actually went to school with him. Like I went to high school with him, but we didn't end up dating until after high school, like after we graduated. So I'm not going to talk about it now because it would take forever and we'd be here forever. But so if you guys want to hear, like, want me to do like a separate video about that, I can do that. But so just let me know in the comments below. Like I talk about like our relationship and like how we met, and you know, we did long distance and stuff, so I can talk about that. Fact number 9 is we recently purchased a house, which is why like a few minutes ago I said we just moved. We bought a house, so we moved, and it's been kind of all over the place, which is why I've kind of been haven't really like had a chance to like do these videos or blog. Actually, my blog really suffered. I've only recently started getting back into like a schedule, so hopefully that will sort itself out. But yeah, we recently moved, and I'm not going to do a house tour right away because we're still in the process. We still have boxes to unpack. We're still organizing. We're still purging. We still have to paint. Like all the walls are white because the people, like they had people come in before we like purchased the place when they were trying to sell it, and they had all the walls painted like white, so we have to like paint. 10 is my husband and I are actually really excited for the fall. I mean, I'm not a summer person. He is. I don't really like the heat. I have a kind of skin thing on my arms. It's like an overproduction of the I'm not even sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's like a chemical or something in your body or like a hormone or something, but it's keratin. It's an overproduction, so basically like it's like you get like white or like red bumps on your arms, and it can be itchy. It can be like it looks like a rash. Like I just break out, and it gets really bad in the summer. Not so much in the winter, obviously, because it's colder and all this. It's just like the hot, humid weather. So like I can't spend a lot of time outside. And if I do, like I have to be like under an umbrella, or else it flares up. Like it goes really bad, and my arms get like super red, and it kind of looks like pimples. Like it's kind of gross. Like it looks like I have all these pimples on my arm. And I mean, some of them probably are, but like a lot of it is because of like this like keratin overproduction. So apparently it's genetic. I don't really know anybody. I think my grandma has it, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I love the fall. Fall's my favorite time of year. But anyways, we're super excited about the fall because I mentioned earlier that my sister's 19. She's going to college. Well, she's coming here. Like, she's literally renting a room from us. So she's coming. She's moving in August. So I'm actually excited for August too. But yeah, so she's coming. But not only is she coming, but my husband's sister and her boyfriend are coming. My sister-in-law and her boyfriend have been in the UK for the last year because she's been doing her master's in law in the UK, and she's coming back to do her final year here. So they're going to live with us until they find a place of their own. So it'll be interesting because they also have a cat, and like we have a cat too. I may not have mentioned that. That might have been my next fact, so I'll talk about that in my next fact. But yeah, so it'll be a full house. We'll go from 2 people to like 5 and 2 cats. So it'll be really fun, and we're really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to living with my sister again, and having a chance to live with my sister-in-law. So fact number 11 is that I have a cat. His name is Tux. That's short for tuxedo. He is almost 2. The pet store that my husband bought him from said that he was it wasn't the pet store, it was the vet. Sorry, we had to take him to the vet after we got him. So because like they have to get shots and stuff. So they said that based on all like their examination and stuff, he looked like that his birthday was around the end of September, October. Like they can't really exactly pinpoint it, but they said it was around then. So he's almost 2 though. He has quite the personality. He's so like curious. Half the time he thinks he's a dog. Like he just does like really like random things, and like he acts like a dog sometimes, and we're kind of like, you're not a dog, you're a cat. And but he's really cute. I love him. He was a Christmas present, an early Christmas present for my husband a couple years ago. So fact number 12 is I actually talk with the one side of my mouth. I don't know if you'll notice in this video, or in videos in the future or whatever, but I actually talk with the one side of my mouth. Like the one side of my mouth goes up like further, and it's really weird because like a lot of people have noticed it, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What am I doing?" And they're like, "You're talking with the one side of your mouth," and I'm like, "Oh." Like I didn't even realize it, and I can't really help it either. And it took me a while to figure out why, because I could never figure out why. Like I'm like, that's so weird. Because I did it even in high school, and like my friends would be like, "What are you doing?" But the reason why is because when I was younger, there's been a few times where I've like fallen or like hit my head on something, and my bottom teeth went up through the top of my like lip here. I actually have a scar. You probably won't be able to see it, but I have a scar like right in there, like where it's like the indent there, from where my teeth have gone up through my lip. And so you guys will know that there's a little piece of skin inside your mouth that attaches your upper lip to your gums, and that for me is like almost completely severed. Like it's not attached. So that's it. I don't know if it bothers people. Like a lot of people don't even really notice it anymore. So hopefully you guys won't notice it eventually. But yeah, I just want to kind of put that out there because it's kind of weird, and people are always like, "What are you doing?" I'm not doing it on purpose. I can't help it, and I don't even realize I'm doing it. So fact number 13 is I am deaf in my right ear. I know, you're probably like, okay, so your lip is weird and you're deaf in one ear. Yeah, as far as the doctors know, I was born with it. They don't know why. I apparently was functioning as I should have as an infant and stuff, so they never were able to tell. And they don't know if it was like due to illness or if I was born that way or what. Like they're assuming I was born that way because I function like normal. But apparently what had happened was I guess I was talking to my grandma on the phone, and she was talking to me about one thing. She was talking to me about one thing, and I was talking to her about something completely different. So when my mom got on the phone with my grandma was like, "You need to take her in," and they were gonna take me in anyways because I was about to start kindergarten. So my parents took me to like the ear doctor, and they tested me, and they said, "Yeah, like she's deaf, almost deaf in her one ear." And they said I had 25% hearing, which, I mean, isn't a lot. It hasn't really affected my life too much. I mean, not in, like, super, like, awful, like, crazy ways or whatever, but, I mean, like, it's just been little things, like, I have to sit at the front of the class, like, when I was in school. Or, like, in university, they have microphones, so I can sit wherever. When I'm in social gatherings, social gatherings are hard, especially like weddings or like anything like that, because there's a lot of noise, like especially the receptions. Like it's social events with a lot of people. Like I'm fine if it's just like a few friends, or like we're having like a social gathering like here, and like there's not like loud noise like in the background kind of thing. It's more of like the social events, like weddings and stuff like that, and like and then like in social gatherings and stuff, I have to sit in a certain spot at the table. It's really weird. I usually sit towards the end of the table. It's so weird. Like it's just to have to think about that kind of stuff. Like it's weird. And then if I'm out walking with friends or with my husband or whatever, they have to be on the left side of me. Like I am always on the far right. If we're like walking in like a line or whatever, I am always on the far right. So it's just little things like that. And I mean, a lot of time like you forget about it, and it just becomes like ingrained. Like my husband will just always go on the left side of me. Sorry, that's my phone. Sometimes, people forget, but it's no big deal. Like I'll just like switch sides, and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" And I'll be like, I can't hear you. And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, right, okay." So fact number 14 is my parents are actually divorced. I'm not really sure why I put this as a fact, but yeah, they were together up until I was about 13. Things weren't working out, so they separated when I was 13, and then, well, it's complicated. It's really super messy, so I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, by the time I was about 14, they had completely separated, and then when I was about 16 or 17, I can't remember the date exactly, because you forget about that kind of stuff. Eventually, like, it all just kind of blurs. But about 16, 17, they actually, like, divorced. The last fact, fact number 15, is that I talk with my hands, and I say and like a lot. So I'm sorry, I'm apologizing in advance if you hate that, but I will probably do that in a lot of my videos. It's just who I am. See, here I go. I am just really expressive, and I talk like this with my friends. Like, I will literally be standing there, and if I'm trying to get my point across, I will stand up, and I will be like, really, like, if I'm trying to, like, get something across, like, to them, and, like, it's really, like, I'm, like, really passionate about it or something, like, I will, like, here I go, like, oh my gosh, I can't even, like, do this without saying, like, or talking with my hands. But anyways, yes, I apologize in advance if there are people out there that hate that. I can't help it. As you just saw, like, it just comes out, and that's who I am. Like, if I get really excited about something, that it happens. That was my, I think that's all about me I can think. I don't know, I'll probably do question and answers. I'll probably do more videos in the future, like, probably, like, later in the future. But, I hope that you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and all that great stuff. I'll be having more videos, hopefully. I don't really have a schedule, so I haven't worked that out yet. I just want to share stuff with you guys. Like, that's just my whole point to this. Craft stuff, hauls, whatever. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.